Can you guys see me now? Can you guys hear and see me? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. That was weird. I just got kicked off. I don't know. Maybe I should be not talking about this stuff. I don't know. But all right, we're good now. So I don't know how good this is going to go. So all right, so you guys hear me. So there's three scenarios. I don't know what just happened. That was strange. So there's three scenarios that can happen. I've been talking a lot to Juanito. I've talked to actually I've talked to Kevin Shipp, who was a great podcast. I just did a podcast with him yesterday, CIA whistleblower. And he was a great interview, great podcast. And we talked about a lot of things. I'm going to put the bulk of that interview on 𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏TV. The rest of it is going, I'm going to put about the first 30 minutes, highly edited on YouTube, but it's still, folks, I'm telling you, it's still really good. It's still really good. Kevin Shipp was on Candace Owens, and he knocked it out of the park. And let me tell you, he knocked it out of the park on my podcast as well. So there's a lot coming to 𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗏TV. I have Judge Joe Brown, who's going to be the general in the general's tent. He's coming on 𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗏TV. And then so I have Kevin Shipp, the CIA whistleblower. We talked about a lot of things, folks. We got to a point in the interview or in the podcast where I was like, man, we did about the first 30 minutes for FluffTube, and then after that it went deep. We went down the rabbit hole. And he talked about a lot of things, including Area 51, aliens, what are they, CERN. We talked about CERN. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about the inaugurations. We talked about the national parks, the disappearances in the national parks. Really good stuff. I also have 𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗏 coming on that's going to be talking about the earthquakes that are happening right now all over, especially off the coast of California. Were they nukes? Because there's people coming out reading high levels of radiation with Geiger counters. Now, I want to get to the bottom of this. 𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 specializes in this. He specialized it in code breaking in the military. He knows a lot about seismic activity, and he's going to be on 𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏TV as well. Folks, is it just me, or is this whole United Healthcare craze just really, it's just got some strange energy around it? And I don't know. I personally, in my opinion, I got to say, in my opinion, I don't believe this guy is the guy. I just feel he's a fall guy, in my opinion. Now, I just don't think he looks anything like the original dude. Let me know if you guys agree with me on this, because I see this and I'm like, I don't know. What are they using this for? What are they doing? So I also talked to Dannion Brinkley, and Dannion Brinkley's up on 𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏TV right now, folks, and I'm going to talk about that and what he believes is going to happen. Now, if you know anything about Dannion Brinkley's background, it's extensive. It's extensive like Juanito's, but he doesn't flaunt it. He doesn't put it out there, but I'll do that for him. He's been involved with a lot of stuff behind the scenes in his past years, and that's about as deep as I'll go with that, because I want to respect his God, this thing is glitching a lot. I want to respect his privacy, and I don't want to betray him. But first, get your noble gold, folks. You really got to get noble gold. You really got to get gold and silver right now. Are you new to investing and have savings you need to protect? Right now, with the Middle East war, the Ukrainian war, and maybe even the Taiwan war soon, you need a new playbook that's safe. Allocate some gold now and avoid the frenzied panic of the unprepared. When fear reigns, gold protects the wise. Noble Gold Investments offers a free 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin with the new IRAs this month. Shield your savings in the Noble Gold Investments IRA. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com down below, folks, to get started. noblegoldinvestments.com right now. Get started. I gotta say, I've interviewed some people, and I'm just going to come out, and I know I get, why don't you put it on Rumble? Why don't you put it on YouTube? But I'm going to put this on YouTube. They're really trying to destabilize the Middle East right now. And there's been reports of they're trying to kick this third world war off as fast as they can before Trump takes office and leave him with a mess. Now, there's three scenarios that can happen. There have been pallets of $100 bills. I don't know how big the pellets. I don't know how stacked, how high. I've heard it's in the millions, even billions, that have been found in Damascus and government buildings. So obviously, they're toppling governments with your money. But I can only go so far on YouTube to say that. So just bear with me, folks. 3 scenarios. So are we going to have I'm going to go with the first scenario here, which is we are going to have an inauguration. That's just my, it's been wrong the last time, but that's just my hunch. I feel like we are going to have an inauguration. I think Trump will be sworn in on the 20th. That's a disclaimer. But there's other people talking about the other 2 scenarios, and that is mainly Juanito and a few other people as well. That don't like to give out their names, but they feel that we're coming into a situation where it could be delayed or not at all. So now we're in a really precarious situation where they have to kick off World War III and do it as fast as possible while causing some kind of civil unrest in America. So my opinion on this is I go along with Dannion Brinkley. Dannion Brinkley says that they're going to swear him in and then they're going to kickstart everything to make his presidency look terrible and so he can have mud on his face. I think that's probably the best bet. I think they lost. I think they're still shell-shocked over the election, and I think their best bet going into this is let the guy assume presidency and go all in after that. That's what I think will happen. Now, the other 2 scenarios Juan talks about, he says either no, he banks more on a delayed election that could happen in a delayed inauguration that could happen in March. He believes that they're getting ready to play a card to buy themselves more time so that this the destabilization of the Middle East can further progress. Now, it's going to be up to you guys what you guys think is going to happen, or the inauguration happens, it doesn't happen at all. Somehow Kamala gets in there using the 25th on Biden, wartime powers type of situation. That to me almost seems too fantastical, but I will put nothing past these people. But you got to remember, if there's one thing you got to know, they're very, very desperate right now, extremely desperate. And they're psychopaths, and they really don't care what the court of public opinion is. They really don't care what you think. You got to understand these are wolves among sheep. And they're also at risk. Their fates are at risk. This is like we've said a lot on Nino's Corner.tv, for all the marbles. For all the marbles. So these 3 scenarios are possible. No inauguration, a delayed inauguration that would happen in March, by the way. That's when Juanito says that's when it would happen. And then you got to think, out of all 3 scenarios, what's the worst scenario in my opinion? Here's the worst scenario in my opinion. For my audience, because you all are very awake on what's going on and you understand the war that we're in right now. The worst scenario for me is he gets inaugurated January 20th. Why? Because I am still under the opinion that he has to be able to clean house. He has to be able to get in there and do what he wants to do and do what he does best. And I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening for him coming in conventionally and having to deal with all the lawfare. Everything that's going to get thrown at him, every scandal that's going to get thrown at him, MSM, lawsuit after lawsuit from this person, this politician, that politician. They stop him on this pick. They stop him on that pick. I am just saying that I imagine it's going to be chaotic for him. And then as you're throwing all those scandals at him and lawfare at him, kick off World War III and have a border chaos like we've never seen. So right when he implements mass deportations and he starts going forward on that, cartels start a war. This is just how I would do it if I was them. So that's what I'm thinking. I think the best scenario for them is to let him get inaugurated on the 20th and then go all in. Am I crazy here? I mean, let me know what you all think, because I want your opinions on here. What do you think? Which scenario do you think is going to happen? I think what's going to happen is he's going to get sworn in, and they're going to make it absolutely crazy for him to where he cannot do anything. To me, that's the card I would play. Or you could say you don't think it's going to happen or it's going to be delayed. But, I mean, the only way to really know is once they play the move. We know something's coming, folks. They're not giving up and quitting. They're not going to just go away quietly into the night. It's not going to happen. I hope you guys appreciate my shows that I'm doing. I promised to come on today. I had a doctor's appointment this time. Mary Lopez, thank you very much. I had a doctor this time. I went and got my heart checked out. I used to have an afibrillation, and when I was drinking, I had a bad heart. I'm going to be honest with you. I went to the hospital for it. I was partying really hard one weekend, and it just started fluttering and doing all these weird things. And I went to the hospital, and I was in the hospital for about 5 days. I was even in ICU, and once I quit drinking, I reversed my heart issues. So this was my third checkup since then, and I passed with flying colors. I still have to go get an echocardiogram to get it checked out. But so far they just had me on aspirin, which is, I'm telling you folks, I really believe drinking is that bad for you. I'm just saying, that's just me. So this is far from over. I know one thing, this is far from over. This is not going to be just an easy ride into the presidency and he's going to sail off into the sunset. Folks, they're going to make this very hard for him. I don't know when this picks up. I know they're still very shell-shocked from his win. So these are the three scenarios. Now, the only way we take power away from the umbrella of SES is by some kind of nuclear threat on America, right? You've heard Juanito talk about that. So how would that happen? Well, Russia gets pushed into a corner, and they fire one off into the ocean. I don't know how this plays out, but then the command would have to shift over to NORAD and Cheyenne, maybe even Space Force. I don't know how it goes, but it would have to be taken from SES. Now, you can go to ninoscorner.tv and learn all about this. I don't want to go into it here. Juanito, his video is up there. Dannion's video is up there as well, both stating their cases. That's on ninoscorner.tv. I'm putting up another video for Juan tomorrow. He wanted to come on and talk about the Federal Reserve, so that's coming on tomorrow. Kevin Shipp, man, I'm going to tell you right now, folks, that was fire, man. That guy delivered big time. I'm going to put 30 minutes of it up on YouTube. Those of you, thank you very much, Steven. Thank you. Gunia, right? So that's going up on YouTube as soon as I can get it up. I got to tell you, I also just met with a person in Border Patrol. And they're very excited for Trump's return, but they told me there's a lot of stuff coming right now, a lot of stuff, and I cannot disclose that because I don't want to betray my contacts, and what they told me is there's a lot of shit that people just don't know about, man. You really don't know, folks. I'm telling you that this is worse than you know. It is way worse than you know, especially when it comes to children. The children are not allowed to be identified, fingerprinted, nothing. They want no trace of them when they come over the border, by the way. Obviously, Trump's going to put a halt to that when he gets in, but that's this much of the shit that's coming over here, folks. You have no idea. We are being ransacked and invaded right now, and by even artillery. So you put on your thinking caps, think logically, and folks, it's pretty easy to see. I'm really excited about Judge Joe Brown coming on for the General's 10. I think that's going to be a really good General's 10. I'm really excited about putting Kevin Shipp up on ninoscorner.tv. I think it's going to be great. The sale's going to end soon, by the way. I'm probably only going to go just till right after Christmas and end the Black Friday sale on ninoscorner.tv. So just letting you know that, folks, it's going to end pretty soon. I do this every year, so the next time you're going to have a sale, it'll be next year. We also talked about Kevin Shipp, really opened up, man. I started throwing some topics at him that he was like, wow. And he was hitting them out of the park. So he was game. He was definitely game to talk about it. And he talks about on YouTube, he talks about, we don't go really deep down the rabbit hole on YouTube, but he talks about how they tried to delete him, how the CIA would try to do that. And he talked about the scandal that he uncovered in the CIA, which is one of many, by the way. Also, here's another point I want to make. See, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. If you guys saw my notes, they're like fucking chicken scratch. Yeah. Eric, thank you so much. So Biden could be expecting to pardon a few people, not just Hunter. There's rumors, and these are just rumors. They're just allegedly. Could be Hillary, could be Obama's, could be a few other. Also, I'm hearing they're gearing up Newsom to come in for 2028. Or I also heard, now I don't know how this would play out. There's a lot of moves. There's a lot of moves they're going to make. That's all I'm going to say. And this stretch until the 20th is going to be pretty damn interesting to see. Now, I've already gone on record and said that I expect this to go all the way to the inauguration. I expect Trump to be sworn in on the 20th, despite I know it's going against some of what my guests have said, but I feel like that's the way they're going to go with this. That's just a hunch. And folks, let me knock this out real quick. It's a mid-roll. Most of you guys think that your testosterone is being drained by your aging, but bad genetics, or maybe even a lack of exercise. But what if I told you that's not the case? In fact, the real culprit is something you've likely been eating every day, and here's the shocking part. It's something you've always been told is healthy. When I learned this shit, I stopped eating it. The one food that has been scientifically shown to devastate testosterone levels, and most men have no idea. It's not junk food. It's not sugar. It's something way more unexpected, and it's just eating it a few times a week is enough to wreak havoc on your testosterone, drain your energy, and crush your motivation. But here's the good news. Cutting this one thing out of your diet can completely transform the way you feel. Our friends at 𝗀𝗏 have seen it firsthand, and I'm taking this stuff like religiously, firsthand with their clients, and guys who stopped eating it are building muscle, turning fat into muscle, and feeling more energized than they ever have in years. It's truly incredible how quickly things can change once you know what to avoid. So go to 𝗀𝗏, the team behind cutting edge fitness and nutrition strategies. They have created this video that reveals exactly what this testosterone killing food is and why removing it from your diet could be the key to unblocking your body's true potential. Get over there and check it out, folks. 𝗀𝗏nation.com/Nino. Check it out. I'm supposed to be receiving a call from the ghost, Casper the Ghost, and Juanito. So I'm going to try to get some more information on what's coming down the pipe. But I do agree with Dannion on this. I agree with Dannion Brinkley. I think this goes all the way to the inauguration, and then they just make his presidency hell, living hell. And it'll be a living hell for all of us. But I think he's obviously going to do some great things, some big things. But I'm just saying, wouldn't it be common sense to you, folks? They're not going to go away peacefully. That's not how this game is played. But I do think we're winning, and I think we're winning big. If you appreciate David, and that's my Jose Munoz. Thank you very much. I'll take some questions. How about that? I promised a question and answer, so let's take some questions real quick. I'm looking at the chat, so whatever you want to ask. Let me see if I can get it. Peanuts. We can never discount our maker. I know. I think God's hands all over this. I don't think they have a chance. I mean, look no further than the divine intervention that happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. That'll go down as a miracle for me. Women, watch your backs and your kids, please. Yeah. I think it's way too quiet. Way too quiet. Do you keep Juan secrets? I mean, I don't betray anyone's trust. I don't know if they're secrets. I just don't go blab. You know, if they tell me something, I don't blab it. Not unless I have their permission. Who do you think is Prince William? I tell you one thing. Who is it? Kate? Kate, I think it's someone else now. Just my when is cash confirmed? Won't that be the silver bullet? Yeah. He's supposed to let go or release the Epstein list and the Diddy list. So that's what they're saying. I need to bring Cash on the show again, but I've been kind of giving him space. I know he's really busy right now, and it's a critical time. Do you think the earthquakes are blowing up dams? I know that there's loud explosions in Idaho and in Nevada. I don't know. Nino, are these crazies the real deal or people in mass? Ooh. That's Mary Lopez. That's a question for a lot of people. I know there's a few people that are not the same people. I know that for a fact. And I've talked to people that, and I can't say who they are, but there's a few people that have said that some of these people are not who you think they are, 100%. And they do this a lot. My parents will be in Chuco Monday night. How safe are the hotels? Oh, you're going to be fine. El Paso, I would roll out a sleeping bag anywhere in El Paso and sleep there. They'll be fine, and they'll be fine in El Paso. Do you think there will be an EBS? There's a possibility. That is definitely on the safety part of it. Patsy Tracy, thank you so much. You think Catherine was deleted? Is JFK? You know who still? Look, man. I've heard he could be okay, and I'm not. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. Let's just put it this way. I'm not going to be surprised at all if he comes out at some point. I will not be surprised at all. There's a few others, too, to be honest with you. Some people just want to get away from the system, get away from the lawfare, get away from being a target, so they fake their deaths. A lot of people do that. And they want privacy, so they don't want to be hassled anymore. They just want to be left alone. And you got to respect that. Any word about Trump? I think I need to grow a bit more to get Trump on my show, but you never know. Maybe I'll meet him one day and he'll come on the show. I'm not scared to ask. I'll say that right now. But I think at some point he will. I think he will. I think I'm pretty confident, folks. You got to say, as much as you guys hate it, it's been a friggin' miracle that I've been able to stay on this platform and hit a wider audience. I mean, so many of us Patriots were blown right off, just blasted off this platform, and I was able to dance, bob, and weave, and just try to stay relevant. Yet Dr. Stephen Greer, yeah. Did Flynn go down to Mar-a-Lago? I think Flynn's been there a few times. But I don't know what's he doing now, but if Trump doesn't clean house in 2028, his family and us will be punished. 100%, I agree with that. But you guys get the logic on why I say this has to happen a different way. And that's just how I see it. I don't understand what he's going to be able to do if he's not able to do what he wants to do. I mean, I know that just there it is. There's the logic. There's my logic. I mean, I'm just saying Trump will join your show 100%. I hope so. You should be on Andy Frisella's Real as Fuck podcast. Yeah, I need to start getting someone that books me these big podcasts, man. I need to get on some bigger podcasts. I don't have the time to reach out. I have a pretty good publicist right now, and she's doing a good job. I'm happy with her, but I might reach out a little more and get some more people to help me out. Oh, John D'Souza. Maybe I should get John D'Souza on. John D'Souza on the drones. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, Juan said that military is the... Yeah, I agree. It's the only way. That's, to my understanding, that's the only way. That's the only way this can go down. I mean, that's the only way you could properly clean house. What's my view on the UFO in New Jersey? I think it's all drones. That's my opinion. David, they know they better cooperate. Yeah. Nino, is Mel Gibson speaking at Margot? Maybe he is. Maybe he is. I haven't talked to 𝗵𝗂𝗋𝗄𝗏 in a while. I need to call him. I haven't talked to him in a while. I've been so busy with my parents, man. This has been so taxing on me, folks. You have no idea. I mean, some of you probably do know because you've had to take care of your parents, but I've had people say, like, when's your breaking point? When are you going to put them in a home? Not ever. That's not what I do. Even if it exhausts me to where I have a fucking heart attack, I'm not putting them in a home. Not happening. That's not the way I roll. So if I have to sacrifice vacations here and there or time away or whatever, I guess I have to do it. But I gotta say, my sister has really come down and helped a lot, man. She's kicking ass, and she's, man. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be. I just know I wouldn't been able to handle it. So she's come down and really laid down the law. So Nino, give yourself a big hug from all of us. Nino, did you hear Joe Biden is on commit for Save the Children, known child trafficking, and 𝗬𝗏 is exposed? Well, really? Yeah. I need to get 𝗬𝗏 on. 𝗬𝗏's on Nino's Corner.tv as well. Folks, I'm going to be getting a lot more people on Nino's Corner.tv, and I think it's pretty exciting that Judge Joe Brown is coming on as a General's tent. If you go join the General's tent right now, there's a discount. I don't know how much is off. I think 10, 20%, something like that. But if you get on today, the December 20th is Judge Joe Brown, and he's a very he's an entertaining individual. He knows a lot of stuff, folks. I talked to him on record and off. Awesome guy. Awesome guy. That's another thing. What does taking down the financial system look like? Now, Kevin Shipp went into detail on cryptocurrency, on why he believes he says he knows that's leading us to the B system. That will be the B system. And I put that up on Nino's Corner.tv, obviously. That's going to be up not tomorrow, but the next day. Will you guys watch the YouTube version at least? Will you guys watch the YouTube version of Kevin Shipp? It's very interesting, and share it. Every day is a gift from God. Absolutely, Jennifer. Do you guys like when I do these little question and answers? Any deals on when the Lloyd case is? You know, folks, I'll tell you what, I'm supposed to be bringing on Lloyd. I got to reach out to him. Like I said, folks, I've been in like a vortex of like no time and space for the last 2 weeks. Like I've lost all concept of time and space dealing with I've been running on 100% pure adrenaline the last 15 days with my dad. I really thought any moment I was going to lose him. Any moment I thought he's gone. That's it. I'm like, I was ready. I was preparing mentally. Folks, it was so damn hard, man. And tomorrow is my dad's birthday, December 12th. My dad will be 90 years old. 90 years old. Tomorrow. I got him a really cool gift too, man. But he's on oxygen right now. He's at home. He's not in the hospital. Please keep saying prayers for him. He's my hero, man. He's my Superman. My dad is mi jefe. Your daughter is 30 tomorrow. Happy birthday to your oh, thank you so much. Happy birthday to your daughter. Same B-Day as your mom. Happy birthday to your mother. Happy birthday, folks. Thank you so much. Yeah, I try to come on here and Supreme Court ruled 20. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't want to go into that on here. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I got to tell you, it's been really, I've been trying to like keep up with my workouts, and I've been trying to like juggle 2 sick parents and then do these podcasts. Folks, I am burnt out, man. Like, I got to tell you, I am so burnt out. That's why I missed this morning, but I had to go get my heart checked. My dad was fighting for his life. I spent more days and nights in hospitals in Texas. El Paso, really? Wow, Grace. Grace Anderson, my prayers out to you. Wow. F crypto, it enables the B system. Yeah. So I think these shows are a little different than my morning shows. My morning shows, I kind of like, if you guys know already, I kind of bring the bells and whistles, and I make like coming at you live. I try to be kind of comical. I'm trying to wake everyone up for the morning, but my night shows are definitely a lot more turned down. I don't know. What do you guys like better, the morning shows or the night shows? Maybe I'll incorporate more night shows. I don't know. My mom died a week after. Oh, wow. I'm still pissed. Yeah, I would be too. I'm pissed right now because I know this. I know this is what caused everything. I know this is what did it. David, you scared me in the morning, David. You better stop it. Hey, you better stop it, David. Maybe the afternoon shows, ha ha ha. I know, but I'm always too tired. I like to get them over with. But man, I'll tell you, the morning shows kick my ass. I get so tired. I just I want to go to sleep. I mean, I have to take a nap, but I have to go work out. And I try to say, and then I get a call that my dad fell in the shower or something. It's horrible. Love day bit. You guys like the day bit? Do you guys like the day bit? Do you guys like the day bit, or do you like the Sancho? When I do the Sancho, I had to act like I'm fucking crazy. Your mom too bad. How many people have you lost? How many of you have lost people during these last 4 years? How many of you lost loved ones these last 4 years? Give me a thumbs up if you lost, or a heart. Put a heart emoji if you lost somebody these last 4 years. Put a heart emoji. Heart emoji. Oh, you guys are hitting the heart emoji. Okay. Yeah, I see the hearts going off. Bam, 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 damn. Folks, tell me, you guys got to know this was, I mean, the blind can see this now, what this was all about. Yeah, I'm sorry. Man, that's a lot of people, man. Well, at least you all know you're not alone. At least we're all in this together, right? At least we're all in this together. And I'm sorry I took that 𝗬𝗏 video down that I put up the other night. But man, I'm sick and tired of reading the comments. I mean, I do my best. It's so radioactive. I do my best, and I can't even. I mean, I still get kicked in the nuts. Oh man, you lost your partner of 30 years 6 months ago. I'm so sorry. Damn. Your dad's going in for a bypass surgery. I'm sorry, RP. Pray for him. They have great technology now. Just don't let them do this. You lost your husband. Damn, people are dropping like flies, man. It's like I don't. Oh, man. Your dad's 88 last year. Yeah. Well, folks, I guess I'm gonna roll. So what scenario do you think is gonna play out? Honestly, do you think it's gonna be 1, 2, or 3? 1 being no inauguration, 2 being delayed, or 3 inauguration January 20th? I'm going with 3. I'm gonna say he's gonna get inaugurated, but they're gonna make his presidency a living hell. That's the only card I can see them going with. 3, you all pick 3. All right. So we're all pretty much on the same page. 2 delay. 2 is the delay. Yeah, or none. 1 is none. 2 or 3. Yeah, that's about where I'm at. All right, folks, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go get some rest. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting and the black sheep of broadcasting. Later, folks. I'm out. Peace.